Jam is ready to roll, and this time little Abel Lara moving out. Here's Roy Graham on a late chase, but he caught Abel Lara in a hurry, and Lara would like to get rid of him. These two youngsters have had a go at it every time they're on a jam, and Graham comes right back. He whacks away at Abel Lara. And now look at Lara. He grabs him, grabbing him all over. He's off the track. They're both in a headlock. Down they go, and it looks like we got something going. And the officials, 2 minutes in the box on Abel Lara for that little caper. Holding, grabbing, fighting, the whole works in the box for 2 minutes, and that, of course, weakened the San Francisco team. And there's the Bald Eagle Bob Hein coming over. He wants to know what for. He made an attempt there to sneak back on the track, but they caught him. Louie Sanchez, coach of the Shamrock team, and Big Bob Roberts, two powerful skaters here. Each one knowing all the tricks in the bag. You watch them heads-up skaters here. Boom, down goes Sanchez. He lost his balance and down again. Now Roberts becomes the only jammer that can score in this play. Tunerinners, remember now, it's a perfect way to explain how to score. The white jerseyed skater, the Eastern Warrior, Bob Roberts, is trying to score. And to score, he must pass members of the opposite team. For every one he manages to pass within 75 seconds, he will pick up 1 point. Now the blockers here are a compliment to the jammer because they put two back there. They know he's a tough one. Rather than one blocker to defend, they have a double block. Louie Sanchez. Roberts is on his own now. He went right by, outmaneuvered him. Excellent work by Bob Roberts. They were surprised at that. They didn't have to make contact. He went by on the inside and picked up 2 Eastern Warrior points. So that's 31 for the Warriors, 28 for the San Francisco Shamrocks. And Bob Hein, the well-known Bald Eagle of the International Roller Game League. He had to chime in there. There's Bob Roberts, 6'2", 200-pounder, veteran of the Air Force. Quite a credit to the Eastern Warrior team. That was a simple play. He saw an opening at the base of the track and just spread-eagled and went right by, picked up 2 points. It was so simple. Sanchez on the inside guarding that area. Didn't realize he would have nerve enough to do it, but he did. And the whistle sounds, and they shake loose the little guy, Abel Lara. Here again comes his old buddy, Roy Graham. They've been at each other all game. Graham moves up, and he is dumped. Lara caught him on 1 foot. He dumped Graham. He hit him hard. There's Hein looking around, skating near him. Vulture. Look, they got Graham down. Sanchez holds him back, holds him, drops him again. There goes Lara. He skated right into him. Used that deadly leg drop, pounds on him. They want to make sure he doesn't get up. There is 1 San Francisco point in that play. And now Graham being checked over by the trainers and the official. Stops. Of course, now while their pack is intact, remember, Saturday night, October the 7th at Boston Arena, Boston, Massachusetts. We'll be seeing you there. Game time is 8:30. And Sunday, October the 8th at the Ridge Arena in Braintree, Massachusetts. Game time is 7:30. And $4 and $3 are the prices for the reserved seats. The choice of seats in both arenas. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope, and you'll get them very, very quickly. There's Abel Lara again. He seems to be doing most of the offensive jamming tonight, but here comes Little Richard, and I mean he's coming. There's a block. Now Lara's getting a little bit back what he's been dishing out, and look at Little Richard. He's making up for all Roy Graham took. And the crowd is roaring. It's disapproval. Little Richard here, he can do no wrong. Now Brown is motioning for an assist here. He knows Lara. He doesn't want Lara to grab. Vinnie Gandolfo knocked him down, and now it's Little Richard that's doing identically the same type of roughhouse skating against Abel Lara. There was 1 point for the Eastern Warrior team that time, and Little Richard obviously derived great pleasure in giving back to Abel Lara what his teammate Roy Graham took from Abel Lara. Now Tino Phillips, the medical trainer for both teams, looks at Lara, sends him back up there. Jammers, or those who have been on a jam, or the fallen skater, has 2 laps to get on that rail for a short rest, then get in that pack, form and skate. That's the referee's orders, and with the whistle, Bald Eagle Bob Hein races out. Here comes Vinnie Gandolfo. And Hein went down, and Gandolfo had no chance or opportunity to get around Hein, so the jam was called off. Looks like the official was pointing the finger at Hein. Don't know whether a penalty here has been received by Hein. I don't think so. That type of tactics, deliberately taking another skater down, is illegal. However, it looks like Hein got away with that one. Usually these officials do a superb job controlling the roughhouse tactics here between any team. Neil Chambers. Fred Harris being knocked into the rail for the Eastern Warrior team, and it's Neil Chambers becoming the only jammer for the San Francisco Shamrocks. He didn't have any trouble passing that Warrior, as his coach Sanchez had dropped Harris. There's another drop. That's Sanchez. He unmercifully battles everybody. Drops him again. He won't let him alone. As long as they're on their way down, he'll keep them down. Neil Chambers skates on. Getting up. There's 5 points for San Francisco picked up on that play. The Irish team coming back again. And there's Little Richard. Little Richard complaining to the official about that tactics used by Bob Hein. And obviously Little Richard got no satisfaction from that report. Once again, San Francisco is back in the lead by 2 points. 34-32 favor San Francisco. We're nearing the end of our period here. Just about time for a couple of scoring plays. There he goes, Hein again. He's off balance going up that steep bank, and his forward motion was not great enough, and down he goes. Got a good whip. The whip play usually is used to accelerate the speed of the jammer. Get them out faster as they watch the seconds click off of that scoreboard. There's little time here, probably for 1 or 2 plays if they act quickly. As that pack now, the seconds keep clicking off as San Francisco leads by 2 points. Sanchez knocking the Eastern Warrior player over the rail, and it's Neil Chambers. Sanchez to the Bald Eagle again. He goes. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? There he goes. He's almost over, and Gandolfo holds him up. Nice. Oh, and he drops him. He was so surprised. He thought Gandolfo would be the gentleman to hold him up. And now Vinnie Gandolfo getting rid of Bob Hein, moves on in. Bob Hein is going to block, and he's going to love every second of this one. There's that leg block. There's Sanchez now. They're alternating the blocks. More power in the individual blocking here. There's Hein throwing one in now. Hein again. They're getting their timing back now. Sanchez, the leg block. Gandolfo, and each block now will be weakened a little bit. This takes a lot out of the jammer. There is a block, and they missed as the Eastern Warrior team attempted to get Hein out of there. They did. And now Gandolfo has a slight chance to pick up some more. He goes past Sanchez. And he ran off the track. 2 Eastern Warrior points by Vinnie Gandolfo. And that ties our score up, 34 points apiece. Time's running out now. We have less than a minute to play here in the first half of the game. We're going to have some very interesting interviews right after halftime, so be sure and stay with us. We'll find out what happened here, why it happened, as we talk to some of the star skaters of tonight's game in the first half. Bob Hein has just received a $10 fine for knocking Little Richard out of the gate. Seconds are clicking off. There's Bob Roberts and Hein squatting down. No, oh, there he goes. He caught him. This is going to cost Hein something if that Roberts ever recovers. Look out. But he got him with that leg block. Now Gandolfo comes over. He'll try if they can to get a hold of that Hein. Roberts recovered, dropped Hein. Time has run out of the first half. All tied up, 34 points apiece. We'll return to our studios for these messages, but we'll be back with some interesting interviews. More about his background. Richard, as I always say in our telecast, you're certainly an inspiring skater to your team, and we'll find out something about you. Your fans, are going to be watching you for a long time. You have great speeds. What sports did you participate in high school?
Well, I wrestled in high school and ran track.
Well, you're sort of an all-around athlete then, is that it?
Yeah.
Is there any other sports you wish you had tried?
Well, I started off with gymnastics, but wrestling interfered with it, and basketball.
Well, when did you actually start training for the bank track here?
14 years old.
When you were 14, where did you start training?
Oakland, California.
In Oakland, California? And what team did you skate with professionally? What was your first team?
The Hawaiian Warriors were my first team that I skated with, and then I moved to the T-Birds.
That's the team out of Los Angeles?
Right.
And now you're back on the Warrior team. What brought this about?
I don't know. I hear they negotiated my contract, so
Makes you happy? You're smiling?
I'm very happy to be with the Warriors.
Well, good. I know the fans up there are certainly going to be glad to have you with them. And actually, in competition with your other teammates and against other teams, what man skater gives you the biggest problem or a bad time on the track? Who is the boy or man?
Oh, well, I'd have to say Dave Pound and Jim Trotter are about the roughest I've ever come up across.
Dave Pound, he's on the Chicago Hawks?
Right. And Jim Trotter's on the Texas Outlaws. They're both big, and they're rough opponents.
Well, now, actually, and give me your honest opinion here now. All the fans back east are watching us, and they're going to be seeing you Wednesday. Now, well, let's see, Wednesday, October the 4th, we open up there. Now, what are your actual chances, do you think, of the Warrior team competing against all these other teams in the league?
Well, I feel that we have just as much a chance as anybody else in the league. It's going to be a tight race, but I feel the Warriors can come out on top if we continue to have teamwork.
Well, thank you, Richard. You have confidence, and I know that's what our fans back east want in every player, confidence. Thanks a lot, and we'll be seeing you eventually. Okay?
But that was about all. See, now you've been a professional skater, it's about 5 years now, isn't it?
Just about going on 5 years.
Time certainly flies here. What sort of a team do you think the Eastern Warriors are going to have by the time they get into action on the Eastern Seaboard, Bob?
Well, our teamwork's getting down good now. We've got a lot of top name stars that want to get on the team. We're looking for talent all the time, and we won't be satisfied until we get what we want, and even then we won't be satisfied. We always want to improve.
In other words, there aren't any real cinch positions on any place in the team.
No, everything's open, really.
You're wide open for new talent. You're wide open to try to give the people the type of a roller skating team that is going to be competitive and be in there from the pennant race right from the start to the finish.
That's what we're trying to do with the whole team, is to get it all set up, a strong, rugged team, everything we want.
Well, Bob, it certainly has been good to talk to you here. I know you're going to have a rough time in the second half of this game because I don't know what's gotten into this San Francisco team. The score is all tied up right now. But anyway, I know you want to get back in the dressing room and get ready for the second half, and we want to get ready. Thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you.
So from Civic Auditorium here in Honolulu, we've just finished our halftime interviews. We'll be getting back to the action for the second half of tonight's game, and the score is all tied up at this time. We'll see you in just a moment after this word from our studio.